What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism Boxing channel, where we talk all things boxing. And remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, put it on all so you get notified straight away as soon as new content drops. So let's get into this one. So tomorrow we're going to have some action in Florida. The co-main event is going to be Conor Benn and Orozco. I believe this guy, he's from Mexico. He's a young guy that's I think he's 26 and 3. He's a guy that seems he's got quite a few knockouts on his record. So he's gonna be one of the first sort of punchers that Conor Benn has been in the ring with. This fight is going to be shrouded in quite a lot of controversy because many people believe that Conor Benn should not be anywhere near a boxing ring at this present time, because of the fact that the way as it stands now, the National Anti-Doping Panel, who is an independent organization, they are the ones who made the decision, and I believe they're the ones who cleared Conor Benn, and UKAD have since that time. I believe it was back in July, August time. So now UKAD have lifted their suspension back then, but at the same time, UKAD still have an ongoing appeal against the decision made by the independent National Anti-Doping Panel. So they've made a decision. So he's not suspended. He is free to fight, but the problem is he's got the British Boxing Board of Control who are on his case, and I believe they've also appealed the decision by the National Anti-Doping Panel, and you've got UKAD on his case as well. So basically he's in a situation whereby he can fight in certain places, but I think places like California and that, they don't want to sanction him or license him to fight there. So Conor Benn at this time, he's very limited in where he can go, because really and truly there's still sort of a dark cloud over it. And I don't think he's really gone before the board and sort of had a big hearing over it. I think it's just a case of what my understanding is, that he's been cleared. UKAD obviously ain't suspended him. UKAD and BBBOC are both appealing at the moment, and he's still going ahead and fighting because he can. So it's one of these situations where if you're a big fan of Conor Benn, you'll probably like this situation, like to see him back. But if not, if you're not a fan of Conor Benn or Hearn or Eddie Hearn or Matchroom or whatever, then this is going to be perhaps upsetting news for you. But me, for one, I think at the end of the day, if he's cleared to fight somewhere, if he's cleared to fight in Florida, then he's not really breaking any rules. So therefore, let him just go ahead and fight. I think he's an exciting talent. I would like to see his name I would like to see the mess with the British Boxing Board and UKAD sort of cleared up. But at the same time, I can understand from Conor Benn's side and I suppose Eddie Hearn's side that, look, at the end of the day, if they're clear to fight in certain areas, then they take the fight, and because their priority is going to be Conor Benn, getting him back in the ring, shaking the ring rust off, and just getting in there and actually fighting, because that's what a fighting needs. Otherwise, you're kind of wasting away in your career. But this is one of those where it's not a hill I would really die on, to be honest with you. I'm not, I don't really have a grievance either way. I can understand the situation. He's fighting in Florida, because that's where he can fight. That's where he's allowed to fight. Back here in the UK, he has got things hanging over his head. He has got the appeal from both of those, British Boxing Board and UKAD. I don't know whether those appeals will be successful in trying to get the decision repealed. I get the feeling that they probably won't be successful, and eventually he will be free to box here in the UK. But right now, public opinion, I would say, is very divided. But yeah, that's what it is. I think this is a fight where he should definitely win this fight. But again, with these young Mexican fighters, I would say that also there's the element of the unknown. We know that this guy can punch, but the clues that Conor Benn probably wins and maybe walks through this guy is the fact that all the fights this guy has had have exclusively only been in his home country of Mexico. He hasn't been outside of Mexico to fight. He hasn't fought in America. And normally the good guys from over there, they do go over to America and fight the decent competition and stuff. But this guy's exclusively been in Mexico. Normally that will be a sign that perhaps he's not that great. But at the same time, because I've not seen this kid box, I don't know who he is really. Conor Benn's got to be cautious and he's got to be careful, and he's got to take this guy just as serious as he would a world champion, because these Mexicans can spring upsets. We've seen it time and again on British shores where guys get shipped over and then they're not supposed to win and they do win somehow. They've got losses on their record or whatever, and they turn the tables on the home favorite. So I think Conor Benn's got to be sharp, got to be on his P's and Q's, but this is a guy that he should be beating, unless this guy somehow is just a special talent that we don't know. But we'll see what happens on Saturday. Let me know your thoughts about this. Do you think Conor Benn should be back boxing because he's, obviously the suspension's lifted and he's free to fight in certain territories? Or do you think he should not be boxing and he should wait until the end of these appeals and all this sort of thing by the British Boxing Board? Do you think he should just wait? He should have just waited for that, Many different thoughts on this, many different opinions on this. Let me know what yours are in the comment section. And until next time, it's MK Pugilism over and out.